yes. I do a lot of any percent, but I sometimes do dark side as well.
Okay. What's your time?
Any percent 10203.
Okay.
So it's alright, not as good as either of these two.
It's not too far from either of them.
Yeah, might need to steal some strats.
All right, so we're jumping into Cap Kingdom. Not a whole lot to go over here. Pretty much cut and dry. I don't imagine we'll see a lot of diverging strats. I imagine both runners will be opting to do left side. And I can't tell, but are they on different languages?
Hold on. I think they're on the same language, though they could be on simplified and traditional, because I know there's a lot of debate on what's faster between the two.
Yeah.
But I think they're on the same.
I mean, it's hard to tell with GMan recording, but you know, he's making do with what he has.
Like, at most, it's a 2-frame difference. It'll be alright.
Yeah. Alright, we enter the first sub-area of the run. Gonna be capturing a poor little froggy, putting Mario's entire being into the small body of a frog.
They are in different languages. Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit different. And we do have a prediction in chat, so be sure to cast your votes. I absolutely condone gambling in the GSA chat.
David opting for right side, which is interesting.
Might be just going for some of those comfy strats.
Honestly, I respect it. In a race, you want to just get through it, be safe.
Oh, absolutely. It looks like, at least looking off the stats alone, he has gone for left side before. Maybe not feeling confident now, or just wanting to get some safety in.
Yeah, that's absolutely respectable.
Yeah, it absolutely is, and I mean, it's not like it saved or lost much time.
No, left side looks like it saves a bunch of time, but I think it's only around like 2 or 3 seconds at most,
Yeah.
so...
You know, I've noticed that in my time of commentary, commentating for GSA in this open tournament, a lot of the strats Odyssey runners go for saves maybe a second, but looks next to impossible, or is next to impossible.
Yep.
I don't imagine we'll see it DSS, but that's kind of a perfect example of a strat that, you know, saves a couple seconds, but is almost next to impossible.
Yeah, both runners not doing DSS, which is, again, honestly expected.
Yeah. I think it was BP who said last run that people don't really opt doing DSS to, like, you know, lower 59.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obviously up to preference, but it saves quite minimal time in the grand scheme of things, so you're better off only doing it when you're contending for a very top level time.
Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, both runners are in the Madame Brutal fight. Taking the soul of her poor little chomper, smashing it against her face to get a triple moon. Not a whole lot to really talk about. We're seeing a bit of lag on GMan's side, maybe opting to put a splice in, who knows. Oh, and that's Madame Brutal done.
Easy. Oh, I just saw
Yeah.
David do a down throw. That's interesting. You can only do them on Joy-Con. I didn't realize that David was on Joy-Con.
I noticed a lot of SMA runners run on Joy-Con. I guess maybe it's a little easier to do some of the motion controls inputs.
Oh, definitely.
As an avid Joy-Con aficionado, I used to do my Sunshine runs on Joy-Con until I fell in love with my Pro controllers. As much as I love Joy-Cons, I just cannot go back to speedrunning with Joy-Cons.
Yeah, I'm on my 3rd Pro Controller at the moment, so we've
Oh my
been through
goodness.
some times.
Yeah, I'm on my 2nd, so I feel you. Did David just get hurt by the chomp?
Yeah, he did. Got a bit of a weird angle off the spin
Oh.
pound, which is way too common.
Alright, and that's Cascade done. Not a whole lot to really talk about in Cascade. You know, things don't really start to open up till, you know, sand into sand going into lake, really. It looks like we at least have G-Man stats worked up on the split, so we should be able to see what they're looking on. Not sure if we're gonna have David's, but it looks like that was a 535 Cascade for G-Man. And G-Man definitely with a slight lead, you know, just it's like maybe 4 or 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But anything could really happen in sand. You know, missed the bird, bonking up, going up to the tower. You know, some tight movement here in the beginning. You're taking up that seed to set for the DSTA. And just like
that's
that,
why.
G-Man.
And that's why we were setting up the clock at the start. Have this happen.
Oh, right.
Speed.
Yeah. Yeah, the runners are able to manipulate the time that daylight savings clicks over, and that allows them to get the seed here in a second. It's pretty cool. You know, you gotta imagine like how this was even discovered. Like it's such a specific set of events.
I know for the longest time people didn't actually think it would happen. Like it was a discussion for a while, and people were like, nah, why would they do that? It doesn't run off the switch clock, whatever else. And then someone just tried it and it worked.
Hey,
So
I guess sometimes that's all it takes. Alright, both these runners breaking and entering into this horse shop, taking literally their only moon, and just leaving with no remorse. I honestly hate to see it. As David has some minor issues getting the Dune Moon, but second time is the charm. We're gonna be moving on. Nice clean movement on David's side, getting up on that pillar, and we got G-Man over here gonna be setting up for Dram. And that looks pretty good. Alright, G-Man gets it, David sets up for it, looks pretty good. Nice.
both getting it. Looks like David is opting for double bill, whereas G-Man's going for single bill.
Is there much of a time difference for going for single bill?
I think it's about 2 seconds, but I might be wrong.
Okay. No, it's another one of those instances of kind of a difficult trick that doesn't save much time.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of there's way too many of them in the run as well. You got reverse Jaxi by G-Man as well, which
But not by
doesn't
David.
again doesn't save that much, but is not fun to do.
Yeah. Definitely looks super cool to see, though.
Yeah. I think it's one of the coolest looking tricks in this game, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. But, you know, there's also something refreshing about seeing just regular Jaxi. Not a lot of runners opt to go with the regular setup, so really cool. Some minor route divergence. Alright, and if you haven't already, be sure to get your predictions in. The prediction timer is about to end. See who you think is gonna win. And it looks like we do have a Wild Twisted Duck 02 in chat. Hello, shout out to you.
G-Man getting single spin throw notes, which is...
Nice.
Oh, is David gonna get it as well? Looks like it.
Yo. Swag strat, love it. And that's Sand Kingdom done. Both these runners heading into Lake. Imagine we'll see a lake clip from both these runners, but I mean, looking at least the strats alone, it doesn't look like David opts for a lake clip. And it looks like, you know, again, this is just based off stats alone. Looks like GMan kind of struggles with lake clip, so we'll kind of see what happens here. See if either of them opt to go with lake. Ooh, some scandalous comments in chat. Looks like Ganon says if any of the runners wins, that he'll say GG. So definitely some pressure on the runners.
A false promise.
A false promise. Ooh.
Yeah, I don't think they can live up to that. That's a pretty hard thing to live up to. Saying GG.
Duckable calling out Ganon. Well, I guess we'll have to see what happens. That definitely adds some pressure onto the runners. So we'll see what happens. Here we are in Lake Kingdom. See if David opts to even attempt the lake clip.
GMan getting it pretty fast.
David going for it.
Looks like that'll work. It was
First try.
very fast. First
yeah,
try.
Wow. That was, I'm sorry, that was, GMan got that second try, right?
I believe so, yes.
Unfortunately, due to the stream quality, it's a little hard to see some of these tricks. But, you know, GMan, again, is working with what he has, so no big deal.
Oh, nice down throw strats. Haven't seen them in a long time.
Alright, and with that, GMan's gonna go behind this building to talk to a fish, just take a moon, and that's gonna be done. And SMOdavid, not too far behind.
It's definitely a healthy lead, but not one that's too substantial.
Yeah, definitely not yet. It's at this point, you know, it's still anyone's game. There's still a lot of game to go, but anything could happen to turn the tides. And GMan has a 13-12 lake. Let's see what SMOdavid has.
1328.
Okay, so instead of 13:28, yeah, it looks like 13:28, so about 16-second time lead from these runners.
Getting the bunny, which is the hardest part of Woody, in my opinion.
It honestly
in my opinion,
is.
it's fact.
Absolutely. You know, I don't know if it's an opinion, if it's just factual at that point. Alright, GMan opting to buy local to support their local sellers. David doing just the same.
You love to see it.
Absolutely. Christmas is upon us, so remember to buy local. And we're climbing a tree. Both these runners.
GMan now heading into Knucklet.
Yeah, both these runners I imagine are going to be doing that click. We'll see what happens. And the stats say David doesn't do it, but the stats also say David doesn't do late clip, and he proved us wrong. So we'll see if David pulls out the nut clip. We'd honestly love to see it. Nice nut clip and out of. Ooh.
That's some very clean movement.
Yeah,
A bit
they
scary,
are.
but
A little bit scary. Alright, and very
There
nice.
we
David
go.
goes for it. Yeah, David looks like he's ready to pull out all the stops, doing the nut clip and pretty solid out of bounds movement.
It's certainly faster than what I can do.
Oh yeah, same.
Some nice ramp jumps as well.
Yeah, we've seen a couple people mess up on the ramps today, so definitely good to see both these runners able to knock that out no problem. GMan making quick work of that little wall maze.
Getting the checkpoint, which is
Thank goodness.
a good decision considering the last race.
Yeah, always get checkpoints. I think GMan himself said in chat during that run that he always gets checkpoints in runs, so. We'll see if SMODavid opts to be safe. Does not.
Not
Decide
getting a
to be
checkpoint.
safe. Oh, Monka S moment. We'll see if he's okay. Meanwhile, very solid FRS from GMan. Clearing that gap like it's nothing. Alright.
This is scary. Oh, it still worked.
Okay. Alright, not a whole lot really going on right now. Pretty solid performance from both these runners. Not a whole lot of mistakes, really.
Yeah, they've been
Yeah.
consistent throughout this wooded.
Yeah, definitely. You know, some minor things here and there, but nothing really too much to, like, go on about. GMan heading off to the spiritless route. I don't even remember the last time I even saw somebody fight that spirit boss at this point.
Good vault as well.
Very nice buffered jump from both those runners. That's a little difficult to do. They make it look a lot easier than it actually is. It all comes down to a little bit of timing. If you're about, if you're like a frame or something off, you're just gonna get stunned. Waste about 2 seconds or so.
Or if the game just disagrees with you, sometimes it happens.
That too, yeah. Sometimes Super Mario Odyssey just lives to spite you.
Clean flooded pipes by GMan.
Yeah, that was very good.
David getting the purple coins.
Oh, really clean flooded pipes from both of them. GMan maybe not happy with his wooded performance. We have an 1827 from GMan.
About a 14-second difference. So they've been very consistent in their times at the moment, so still
Yeah.
very, very close.
Yeah, I'd probably say the most consistent race that we've had, at least today. Looks like, yeah, 14-second different. It was an 1841 from David, so just about 2 seconds of time saved overall. This is very cool to see how just consistent and close this is. Alright, and we're in Cloud Kingdom. Both these runners are going to be beating up poor old Bowser, who's just trying to give Peach the wedding that she deserves, but Mario is just not here to have that. He's going to be taking his hat, which for some reason has boxing gloves in it, we don't talk about it, and beating him senseless. Poor turtle. And and that is G-Man done. He's going to be heading over to Lost Kingdom. You know, I got to say it every time. Lost Kingdom is one of those really high-octane levels. If you look away for a second, you're going to miss something really cool. So do not look away. And then David is also about to enter Lost. Oh, G-Man looked a little too low on that, but does manage to get up. The Lost Kingdom is definitely one of those games that the music as well is just so good.
Oh yeah, definitely after Peace, once you get the just the very subtle background music. It's very peaceful.
You know, Lost and Seaside probably easy S+ tier as far as music goes.
Absolutely. Ooh, G-Man having some trouble. Almost fell in the poison.
Yeah, falling into the poison, making really any mistake in this level can really just turn the tides. It's incredibly detrimental. Seeing some Seaside hate in chat, you know, you really hate to see that, honestly.
Uncultured.
Yeah, uncultured.
Reverse trapudal from both of them, and it looks like David had some trouble.
Yeah, I think that ledge grab there kind of messed him up there.
Good cage triple by G-Man though. And David opting to just do the stone cage, which is honestly very expected. A race like
Don't
this.
blame him. Cage triple doesn't really seem to be that much of a difficult trick, but could be a little tricky if you don't land your footing. Possible death there, so.
It's also very scary in my opinion. Just the very small ledge you have to jump on.
You know, I've seen some runners just land on top of the actual cage itself. Why don't more runners do that, or is it just a harder jump?
I've never seen anyone do that. I didn't even know you could land on it, so.
I'll have to look further into that. I might be thinking of something else, actually. So we'll put a pin in that for now.
Heading into Night Metro, which is not a fun kingdom, to say the least.
A lot of fun platforming, but honestly, Mecha Wiggler kind of ruins Night Metro for me, at least during the speedrun. Actually, this level's kind of fun.
Oh yeah, casually it's honestly one of the most interesting parts of the game, because you get thrown off so many times. Like, you get, after Wooded it tells you, oh, you're going to Metro, and then you go to Cloud, and then you go to Lost, and then Night Metro, so. It's very fun casually, but speedrun-wise, it's quite annoying.
Oh yeah. You've been having a little bit of an issue getting up on those platforms in City Hall. Meanwhile, David is right behind him nonetheless. Still kind of gaining some momentum, it looks like. Weird ledge grab there. That was strange.
Seeing a
Goomba
Goomba head.
Yeah, Goomba heck. Heck those Goombas, man.
And the down throw for the purples. I'm loving the all purple coins strats that David's going for.
I thought this was an any percent run, not an all purples run. What is this?
It's a bit of both, apparently.
Yeah, I guess. The some purple percent run. Alright, nice. Cleared the gap. Both runners heading into Mecha. Mecha Wiggler for that.
Getting a double spin from David. Hate when that happens.
Alright, not a whole lot to go on Mecha Wiggler. Can be a little scary depending on how quickly you can get the the orbs and of course how it spawns. You definitely don't want to. Oh well, hang on. Okay. Speaking of scary, GMan kind of had a scary mecha right there. Was kind of close to a third cycle. You definitely don't want that.
It's one of the few points of RNG in the run as well, in what direction the Mecha Wiggler decides to go.
Yeah.
There we go.
Very clean,
Very
from
clean from David.
Alright, and thankfully that is Mecha Wiggler done. I genuinely just do not enjoy Night Metro for Mecha Wiggler.
Well, no looking back, we're out of it now.
Absolutely. The run can officially begin. We're on to Day Metro. You know, I mentioned this before. Day Metro is kind of like Lost. It's got a lot of moons that are just nice and stringed together. We do end up staying a little longer in this kingdom, which is it's nice, but it's high octane, high level movement, cool tricks. Definitely fun to watch. We'll see if GMan gets the scoop clip. Ooh, taking a lap.
In trouble.
Okay, nice.
Getting on the reverse there, that's good.
Yeah, not taking a full lap, which is good to see. We'll see if Dave is able to get it. Oh, nice.
Much better.
And taking
Saving some time there.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think a little slow to set up on the wall, but you know he got it. Didn't take a lap or anything, so I'd love to see it. GMan sitting down to chat with a friend.
I'm going to assume that both runners are going to go for bullet building.
Probably. I don't imagine they'd do anything other. Yeah, looks like they both go for bullet building.
Quite a scary sub-area at times, because sometimes it just decides to not be your friend.
Yeah, that's just another instance of Super Mario Odyssey living just to spite you. The more this tournament goes on, the more I'm starting to realize that Bullet Bill is just the normal at this point. Alright, both runners gambling their moons. Able to come out on top. We have GMan and Bullet Bill. See if he is able to make the cycle. Can't tell because it's a little bright, but looks like he does.
Looks good, yep. Very good bullet building.
Yeah, very nice. Meanwhile, on David, he's going to be doing just the same thing. They are still so very close together. It's insane.
Yeah, they are not far apart at all. Another clean bullet building.
Wow, nice. Yeah, the bullet bill didn't even blow up on the edge, so very cool. And just to speak on how consistent these runners are right now, the Night Metro split, or I should say the Lost split, was about 22 seconds of lead, and the Night Metro is 22 seconds of lead with literally only 2 milliseconds more than Lost, or less than Lost. So definitely very consistent runners. If GMan actually continues to perform at this level and possibly better, he is technically on a PB pace with a 59.16, but it's honestly too soon to say. David nailing that target while GMan is wrapping up People's Room.
This has been a very close race for the entire time. This is interesting to see play out.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I've actually watched a race that has been this consistent across the board.
David having some trouble with them in there. Not too bad.
Yeah, not at all. And that is Day Metro done. We're going to be heading off to Snow Kingdom. It looks like that was a 29-53 split from GMan. And a 30-13. Now there is 19 seconds of lead, so David is definitely catching up. Slowly but surely, but David is definitely making that gap close just a little bit.
We're seeing some very great gameplay on G-Man's side.
Yeah, we really are.
Seeing some fantastic movement.
I'm getting word in chat that David is minus 1.9 right now. So possible PB pace for David, which is amazing. I think it's been a while since we've seen a PB in a race, so it'll definitely be really cool to see. All right, and we're in Shiveria. Time to interact with the walrus people, the cute little fluffy animals. They definitely don't have a appropriate name. They're just canonically walrus people.
I'm gonna start calling them that now. Getting a good snow clip from G-Man.
Yeah, nice. Oh!
Oh!
No!
Never mind,
Spoke
taking
too
it down.
soon. Maybe some commentator's curse coming from Duck's side. I don't know.
No.
No? I don't know.
I'm just gonna let this one play out. There we go.
And just like that, practically synced up. You know, a couple seconds still ahead by G-Man. Oh my god, no! I spoke too soon. What is happening?
Looks like David's now in the lead.
Yeah, David taking the lead. Unfortunate movement from G-Man there. David has taken the lead.
But that's how close this race is.
Yeah, honestly. And
And
it'll
it's still
only take...
very, very close.
Oh yeah, it'll only take a small mistake from David to swap the lead anyways. So, just like that, anything could happen. You know, maybe it's because the runners aren't really talking in chat. We've seen a lot of runners talking in chat during the tournament, and you know, G-Man's sent a couple messages. Maybe that's what it is. You know, I haven't seen a single message from David. Maybe that has something to do with it.
We're now coming into what I would consider the hardest roll cancel in the game, even though I've been told that that's wrong, but I stand by my opinions.
Yeah, wow, I never really realized that was a roll cancel.
I despise that roll cancel with a burning passion.
Oh no, we have David talking in chat now. The run's dead. Oh no. Alright. Oh, just like
David
that, he
taking the
bonks. Oh no. All downhill from here.
They are only seconds apart right now.
Yeah, we are pretty much in sync right now, so sync them if you got them. And we're heading to Snowdram.
Bit of trouble from David.
Yeah.
G-Man taking the lead again.
Alright, put your syncs away. We're no longer in sync. Alright, there we go. I would like to point out that David has been very consistent up until the point where he talked in chat. So, I mean, I'm just calling it like it is. Alright, that's Snow Kingdom. We are heading to Seaside. One of my personal favorite levels. The music is amazing. Hopefully, we'll see some fish and dips. We've seen a lot of runners go for it so far. Haven't seen anyone get it today. Would love to see it.
I do respect the fact that you call it fish and dips.
Oh, absolutely. What else would you call it?
I don't know, some weird people are calling it anything else, but fish and dips is obviously the only correct name.
Yeah, I mean, somebody earlier was calling it Wilco clip. I mean, who the heck is Wilco?
Nah.
Oh! David. Oh no, David! I'm taking 2 bonks. Oh, some minor issues getting up there. Wilco clipped. What the heck is Wilco clip? Y'all are out here saying words that don't even exist. Oh, is it 3 bunks? I missed the 3rd one. Alright, GMan has a fish. Hoping he's gonna be heading over to this chest to do fish and dips.
Goes for it.
Oh yeah, let's see. Come on.
And nah, missed it.
Nope.
It was kind of hard to tell.
That's a tough one. Respectable for going for it though, absolutely. 3rd bonk on entering the pipe. Oh, okay, gotcha. So some unfortunate movement from David during the beginning of Seaside. Doesn't even... Oh, misses the moon. Doesn't opt for the fish and dips, but that's understandable. Just a Duck keeps tagging me about something about Wilco clip, and I still don't understand what they're talking about. Yeah, you guys just look crazy at this point. It looks like GMan's setting up a fish clip.
I like how they haven't tagged me yet for it.
Alright, that's Seaside pretty much done. GMan grabbing the chest, David getting a fish clip, and we're heading on out. I'm really interested to see what kind of a time deficit they're at this point. They were 12 seconds.
Still not too substantial.
No, definitely not. They were...
game.
Oh yeah, definitely. They were 12 seconds out of snow. So I'd be interested to see if that's gone up a little bit. Looks like we have a 38.09 from GMan right now. Alright, we are heading off into Luncheon Kingdom. Bread Boy, I'm not sure what Wilco clip is. I would love to see it, to see if it is cool. I'm not sure what it is. Alright, so it looks like there is a 22-second deficit. David has a 38.32. So about 10 seconds from, snow and luncheon. Alright, it was a good salt triple from David. It looks like GMan is in the spirit fight. Alright, no spiritless from either of these runners. Understandable and expected. Yeah, unfortunately GMan is recording on his phone. He's using what he has currently available to him, so But
Not the
we
end of
do
the world,
have
though.
David's. Yeah, definitely not the end of the world. But we do have David's, and so.
Luncheon is
Unfortunately,
just a very bright kingdom, it seems.
it really is all that molten Pepto-Bismol. I believe it's his TV. Okay, I'm mistaken. It's a flashbang. Some nice movement from David just there. Oh, unfortunately not able to stop the rolling before falling. Thankfully didn't fall too low, otherwise he would have gotten straight into the molten Pepto-Bismol. Got a couple booty burns, potentially even of death. David seems to be having a little small issue with the ground pound rolls. I hope you brought your bowls and spoons, because David's making some stew, and there looks like there's enough to go around. Meanwhile, GMan looks like he's going to be heading into the forks room. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Forks room is my favorite sub-area of the entire run. Oh, no! David, needing to be careful.
Well, this is scary. This is scary.
Yeah, this is very scary.
I did not know if that jump was gonna connect or not. It's very unfortunate when that happens.
That was incredibly terrifying. Alright, forks room, the best sub-area. Unfortunately, seeing it once clearly on David's end.
Very clean forks room.
Yeah, that was really clean.
And I think GMan is about to capture the Panbo.
Yeah, it looks like it. No worries, G-Man. You're good.
It's all good.
Yeah. Don't feel bad about it. You're making do with what you got. Alright, and we're just about to wrap up luncheon.
Been a pretty good luncheon by both runners, to be honest.
Yeah, not really.
Too many major mistakes.
No. I think G-Man just took a fall, though, trying to get up on that ledge. Fortunately, I can't confirm.
So.
Yeah, looks like he was having some issues getting up there. That was a slow moon.
There's not really been any major mistakes throughout the entire run so far, but of course now that I've said that, I'm gonna curse it.
Oh, gosh.
I'm waiting for someone to die in Ruined now.
Oh my goodness. That would honestly be the worst. Wow, that was incredible. And that's luncheon done. Well, practically. And with that, we'll be heading off to Ruined Kingdom. Both these runners are going to be going 1v1 against a giant purple dragon, also known as Spyro. Bowser somehow convinced Spyro to team up, betrayed him, putting on a giant metal helmet, and forcing him to battle Mario.
Truly a tragic story.
Truly. But with that, you know, Ruined is honestly just a big ol' auto-scroller. There's nothing anyone else could say to prove me otherwise. So we're going to take a minute to talk about today's sponsor, which is the Urban Arts Partnership Program. The Urban Arts Partnership Game Design Program is a multi-year college prep program teaching students both the arts and technology of game development, preparing them for degrees and careers in the tech and gaming industries. Our donations will go directly to the teachers and the tools needed to continue inspiring underprivileged students. The company is also, or I should say the program is also a 100% non-profit organization, so any kind of donations or monetary gain is 100% going towards the teachers and helping the students. So huge shout out to them. Also want to shout out the runners, !racers in chat. Be sure to follow both of these runners. GMan and SMOdavid are here performing, doing an amazing job, definitely well deserving of your love and support. Also, because I'm going to show myself out and Drunkable, be sure to follow us on our Twitches as well. I haven't been streaming too much, but Drunkable, do you stream?
I do stream, yeah. I've been doing a lot of any percent lately because Darkside has been mean to me.
Heck yeah.
On that grind. On my way to get top Australia.
Heck yeah. And then, of course, we also have our lovely restreamer, who is not Dansta, but still follow Dansta, because they're an amazing SMO speedrunner. Definitely going to be getting the 80% world record anytime now. I'm calling it. But Saren Mew, twitch.tv/SarenMew, our awesome organizer and restreamer. So be sure to give them some loving as well. And while we're at it, heck, come join the Discord. We've got a new open tournament coming up that we're going to be talking about in the Discord. It's the Super Mario 64 16-star Open. So join the Discord, learn more about that. And I think, oh, of course, how could I forget our lovely stats guy, Matt, twitch.tv/Matt, with a whole lot of E's and an underscore at the end. And with that, I think that's our P's and Q's. Ruined is done. And we are heading on to Bowser's.
You timed that perfectly. I can tell there's been some practice.
Yeah, I try to get it to just cover the entire round. Oh, looks like Troy's doing stats. Yo, shout out to Troy. Commentator and stats guy. Be sure to follow Troy on Twitch and Twitter. Is a 315 good?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Okay.
I don't know how good it is for David, but my gold is 315, so
Fair enough.
I'd say it's pretty good.
Mr. Pyro, no, I am here for the remainder, for the next, 15 minutes or so. I just like to take this time to shill everything. Alright, and that was a 47-57. What was that?
David's saying that he gets usually 13s.
Ah. Looking like a 16-second time difference, so it's going down. You know, David, he's behind a little bit. Or no, I should say, he's behind a little bit, but he is bringing up that rear.
And again, they've been very consistent throughout the entire run. Like, there's not really been... Oh, I need to stop talking.
No!
I need to stop talking.
It happens to all of us. I'm just glad it's not me this time. Hello, Ryan. Welcome. Honestly, Bowser Kingdom is just full of these terrifying long jumps over just gaps of nothing. That one right there just it's terrifying. GMan heading up to shards. We'll see if he does new shards route.
Opting not to, but still looks like it's going to be a good shards.
Yeah.
Still a very clean shards.
Yeah, very, very nice from GMan over there. I've noticed that GMan has also been grabbing the checkpoints, which is so nice to see. Also, David opting to grab it too, so thankfully these runners are grabbing the checkpoints, being safe a little bit. David, unfortunately, Cappy betraying Mario on the way back, throwing the spiny right into Mario's face. The biggest betrayal.
I've never seen that down throw strat. That was cool.
That was really cool.
Of course, Harry first, which is the correct option.
Absolutely. It is saving so much time going Harry at first. Try. I think you're good. I don't think we did.
I'm really hoping David goes for Harry first, because otherwise the run might be over.
Yeah. Imagine going topper first. Like, honestly.
It makes me feel sick.
Oh my goodness. Sweet, David is opting Harry at first, so both of these guys getting the optimal time.
Is David gonna get Star Bomber?
Oh,
he
yo! We've seen a lot of Star Bomber today, that's really cool. Unfortunately, I can't confirm one way or another if GMan did that. He would need to...
He did not. He was doing first-person strats.
Oh, okay.
Which is still
Yeah.
very cool strats.
Alright. David in the topper fight, right behind GMan still. It's genuinely scary how close this run is.
It has been very close the entire time, but of course every time I say that, someone dies, so...
GMan going for pipeless? Question mark? Okay, thank God. Alright, both these runners in the last half of Bowser's Kingdom. Nothing standing between them and the end, and except for Mecha Brutal, for the most part. GMan with a 5207 bunnies. Not sure if David has a split for the bunnies. But nonetheless, still close. GMan is in the mech fight. And had some troubles getting back up on that mech, but does manage to find his footing.
Alright, going to target acquired. And nailing
Nice.
it.
Looks like we do have a... I'm not sure if that was just a late split, but there's a 45-second difference now?
Yeah, I think it was a late split. Oh, actually, no, to be fair. 45 seconds sounds like it could be right.
Yeah? Ow.
It looks closer than it is, apparently.
Yeah, it really does. We'll have to see what happens with their mech splits. G-Man in chat giving everyone a brightness warning for Moon. That is a good point. Moon is coming up. It's going to be hard to see. Put on your sunglasses or lower your brightness settings. David's saying they got the worst bunnies ever. Alright, we have a 55-30 mech split from G-Man. And it all comes down to Moon. And it's going to take just a small little hiccup for David to take this victory. Butler invert engaged. Nice. No longer on pace. He's like plus 37 now. Gotcha.
Still, playing that close to PB in a race is very, very good.
Definitely.
Can't expect to have the perfect run in a race like this.
Alright. Both these runners in Moon. G-Man gonna be setting up for Moon skip here in just a moment.
Very good moon skip.
Alright, here we go. G-Man entering in the final Bowser fight. He definitely wants to make sure that he doesn't get any unnecessary hits, no booty burns or anything like that. Have a clean fight, clutch out this victory. Alright, yeah, looks like it's now a 49-second time lead. We had a 55-30 on G-Man's mech, and then a 56-20 on David's mech. So it all comes down to this final gauntlet.
Still anyone's race, but it looks like G-Man does have a significant lead.
Yeah.
But you never know. It's always down to the wire.
Yeah, Odyssey is a strange beast, and it's not going to be over, especially for these two runners, until it is the end. Well, David is entering in the Bowser fight. Alright, this is the time to get all the hype and all the energy in chat for the runner you are wanting to see win. Give your runner the energy they need to clutch this victory out. Alright, and G-Man is in the final stretch. The final gauntlet is going to capture Bowser, take his soul, and leave. I wonder if we might see an attempt of 2D SS. Don't imagine we do, but it would be kind of cool to see. Alright, here we come up to the 2D section. Not even going to try. Understandable, respectable. And that's the Bowser fight done for David. Oh my gosh, G-Man. Oh, that could have been it.
It was terrifying.
Oh boy. Alright, at this point, it's going to take some nasty pillars or an invisible wall for David to clutch this victory. But it's looking like a G-Man W.
I'm just going to stay silent on this one. I don't want to curse it again.
G-Man is entering into the Pillars room. Get your jams in chat, get your hype in chat. This has been an amazingly close race. Decent 2D section from David. Looks like his pretty solid pillars from G-Man. Looks like he's gonna take this win. The invisible wall is coming up, however. He might. It's still a possibility that this happens. No, looks like G-Man is gonna take home his first W. And there it is. Just as David enters the pillar room, G-Man jumps into the final pillar to secure his victory. GG, G-Man.
GG.
The race is not over yet. David is just behind him, wrapping up the pillars. Be sure to get your hype, your jam, your love, whatever you want in for David and G-Man.
Those are very clean pillars. Oh, again, I should stop talking.
Yeah, last time we saw clean pillars, somebody died, so we'll see. Alright, very nice. This has been a phenomenal race.
It has been very close the entire time.
We had two very, very consistent runners going up against each other, so huge GG to both of them.
GG's.
And G-Man with a 1:43, or what's that, 1 hour 43. At least it splits as that, and David with a 1:01:38. GG to both runners.
GG's.
Fantastic performance. Holy crap. Duck, what are you feeling after that?
Well, I want to formally apologize for cursing everything in that run. It seems every time I complimented someone, they just died immediately after, but it was a scarily close run throughout the entire time.
Yeah, definitely, probably the closest I've seen in this tournament so far. So someone else can correct me if I'm wrong with another race, but holy cow. So we'll see here in a second if they want to pop in for a quick chat. Looks like Dave is going to be skipping out of the interview, but we will be able to speak with G-Man. So David, if you're watching, if you're listening, GG. Fantastic performance, well done.
GG's.
Definitely a fantastic race from you.
It was a great race.
Absolutely. In the meantime, we'll wait for G-Man to pop into the booth. Alright, we have G-Man on deck. Alright, there he is. G-Man, congratulations, securing your first W in the GSA SMO 80% Open. How are you? How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great. I'm honestly really happy that I managed to get a win after my last race, especially.
Yeah, how do you feel about this run?
This run was very interesting. This race in general was more interesting than what I would have expected. Pretty much everything from cap to lost was very good. Well, it was like acceptable, and then like as we get from like Metro to Luncheon, that's where I kind of started to fall apart, especially because that's when I kind of noticed, like I was looking at stream and I saw David was like really close to me going to Snow, so that's when I kind of started to get a little nervous. But then I finished out pretty strong at the end, so yeah.
Yeah, definitely a very strong performance from you. Now, did you have any idea like how close it was during the entirety of this race?
Yeah, I was watching the stream the entire time, but I only started to get nervous like after Metro because we were like so close, especially after Snow, like when I died at Snow Clip, and then yeah, I think we were pretty much like seconds apart of Snow.
Yeah, I think the biggest lead wasn't until, Bowser's Kingdom with the 40 seconds after Mech. Everything else was, just mere seconds apart. So very incredible consistency from both of you guys. Duckable, is there anything you want to talk?
Not really. That was just one of the closest races I think I've seen recently. So that was very good to watch, very good to commentate on. I apologize once again for all the mistakes that I caused by my commentating.
Yeah,
It's quite funny. But
she had a couple of moments where maybe some commentators curse, but we'll have to go back and watch. But
It
uh,
happens.
it does. G-Man, is there anything you want to
I just want to apologize for the quality of today's stream.
add?
Apologize for any burned eyes. Yeah, this should. If I have one more match, then it'll probably be this quality. But after that, it should be back to normal, hopefully.
No, that's fine. You're working with what you got. It's no big
Yeah.
deal.
yeah, and I only received minor sunburn from my screen. It's okay.
Indeed. Well, all right. With that, I think we're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. Y'all be sure, again, !UAP in chat, !Racers to check out both G-Man and David. And then you can also do !comms to follow myself and Duck. But that is it. We're going to go ahead and wrap things up here. I have been Lit Potato 57, joined by the one and only Duckable. And I think we're going to call it there. Thanks guys so much for watching. We do have some amazing races tomorrow. So at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we do have another Division A match between Shimcat and Sean. So look forward for that. And with that, I think we'll call it there.
Yeah, I just want to pop in here at the end and say thank you so much for everybody coming in to support the races. We are wrapping up the group stages here pretty soon. I think we're going to have one more weekend. Maybe a couple straggler matches, depending on if we have any sort of overlapping or, tiebreaker matches we got to clean up. But other than that, we're getting pretty close to the end here. So do keep an eye on the schedule. We will be back tomorrow. I believe we're going to be on at the same time, perhaps a little bit later. It's going to be at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, so do be here tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. Or so, as you saw today. I mean, sometimes, scheduling doesn't work out too well. Got a lot of time zones and, technical difficulties do exist. But we'll be here around 1:30, so do stick around for that. For right now, we're going to go check out a little bit of an advert here for an upcoming marathon we got going on called Glitch Infinite. Going to be Pretty Poggers teaming up with VG Bootcamp once again, doing a live event. Gonna be awesome. If you want to go check that out, I'll be spamming the link in the chat room. And then we're gonna go check out a bit of a marathon going on right now over in the PSR Diversity channel. They're raising money to help out the homeless communities across the world, so do go check them out as well. Lots of Pokemon speedrunning going on over there. They're doing some Soul Silver, and then some key item randomizer for Crystal after that. So lots of Pokemon going on over there. We're gonna go check that out, and I will see you guys tomorrow.